What's going on, everybody? Michael here with Square Shot Photos. Welcome to episode number 6 for Book Review News. If you're not doing so already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook. Y'all know what to do. Oh, and on YouTube, after you hit subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell button for the notifications. That way, whenever we produce new videos, you get the little ding notification, or you got mail notification in your mailbox. So you don't want to miss out on that, so don't forget to do that. Now, before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to a couple sponsors. Are you looking for a place to invest that stimmy for a pretty penny? If you're looking for a sound investment and you would like a stock for giving it a shot, go down into the description, click the link below. You cannot go wrong. They give you data, they give you information, they make everything simple and streamlined. Let's say that you have a stock that you have your eye on, but you don't have $3,000 laying around. I wonder which one I could be talking about, right? Well, you don't have to buy just one share. You can buy a portion of the share. You can buy different types of cryptocurrencies, all that good stuff. So if you want to find out more about that, go into the description below and click that. At the end of this video, I'm going to have a little drop down button. I'm going to have a little link for another video. And what that is for a must-have for everybody in 2021, not just to scale their business. Let's say you're not a business owner. Let's say you're in real estate. Let's say that you're in sales. Let's say that, maybe you're in college. You're not even working. You're just a full-time student, but you have this thing going on called a life. What that video is going to tell you about, what the link down below is going to show you, is something that is just going to change your life and all for the better. By using the link down below for that, you're going to save 20%. So if you like it, you love it, hey, great. They start at $10. They go up a little bit from there. You got a bunch of different options on there. They can be customizable. It's environmentally friendly. And in the age like we live in today, I'm not sure if y'all are aware, but there's this little thing going around called COVID. That's right. So anyway, it's COVID friendly too. So meaning that, you're saving trees, and theoretically, I guess you could say you're technically saving lives too, because you're not spreading germs. Instead, you're spreading good stuff. So rather than go into too much detail on that, I'll let that video I made for that do all the explaining. Don't forget to check that out. Hit the share button, hit the like button. That way all your friends can find out about it too. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode number 6 for Book Review News. All right. So the book I'm going to be reviewing today was recommended to me by somebody that is a philanthropist, a multimillionaire, a man that has a true rags to riches story. And all that being said, as soon as he recommended this book, that same night I ordered it. And I'm glad I did. It's one of the few books that I've read multiple times over and over and over. And I'm sure after you click the link down in the description and you get your copy of the book and you start to read it, whether it be the physical book or the digital book, you're going to be doing the exact same thing. Reason being is because not only did he recommend this book, it's also a book that has been read, that has been studied, that has been reviewed, and that has been used in the careers of Tony Robbins, formerly known as Anthony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, God rest his soul, a legend in his own right and a wonderful man, and also Brian Tracy. What do all they have in common? Well, is that their whole life is centered and built around helping the lives of others. Some call them self-help gurus. Some call them influencers, but at the end of the day, they help people better themselves, and that's what they do for a living. It's great work. They have tremendous amounts of substance. These guys have multiple books of their own. They do seminars, they have programs to help people out. So if all these people, plus another person that I knew, read this book, I was like, well, obviously it's definitely worth the read. So what book am I talking about? The book we're talking about today is called Psycho-cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, a plastic surgeon that really started scratching his head once he started coming across some unusual findings with some of his patients. What he found was that not everybody that got plastic surgery started getting better grades, started feeling better about themselves, started having elevated confidence, which, in case you didn't know, some folks that get the plastic surgery, yeah, that does the job. They start getting better grades, they start performing better at work. But is it the physical transformation that did that, or was it something deeper than that? Well, I'm sure, as you know, it is. It's something much more deeper than that. One thing that Maxwell Maltz found was that it's not necessarily a physical change that people need to make. It's all about a mental change. It's how you view yourself. It's about self-worth. And this book is just packed with so much stuff that can help just about anybody. I mean, when I read this book, I had a pretty good self-image. I also had pretty decent confidence. I performed fairly well in all the fields that I was in. However, this book gave me an extra edge, an extra bundle of information and knowledge and wisdom that I plan to carry on with me for the rest of my life. Like I said earlier, I've read this book a couple of times, and each time that I read it, just like a couple of other really good books, I learn something new each time. So, do I recommend this book? Yes, I do. Do I enjoy reading this book each time I read it? Yes, I do. So, it's not just because a lot of folks, they think of motivational books, they think of self-help, and they're like, man, especially they think about reading, they're like, they'd rather go get their teeth pulled, right? The cool thing with this book is it's not just informative, but it's very well written. It's applicable for just about anybody in any stage of life, any walk of life, whether you're a, person fresh out of college, just going in college, if you're in your mid-40s, mid-50s, 60s, just about anybody can get something out of this book. And also, to put the icing on the cake, it's not expensive either. So if books aren't your thing, I recommend picking it up, giving it a shot. If not, at the very least, try out the Audible book. I'll give a link in the description below. Also, I'm trying something new out. I'm also going to leave links for the audio books as well, because one thing that's been coming up in conversations recently when I'm talking with folks and they've been telling me and giving me feedback about the channel is they're like, man, I love the channel. I love the books that you've been recommending. It's just, I just don't know what it is. I'm just not a big fan of reading, but I do like audiobooks. And so that's been a current theme, especially with folks in their, late 20s, early 30s, with some of them on there. So that being said, I was like, well, you know what? I tell you what, some folks don't want to give reading a chance, don't want to give it a shot, or they just don't have the time. And, I would say if you can get information from an audiobook, it's definitely better than just, bobbing your head along to a song you've heard 500 million times, right? So anyway, nothing wrong with music. It's great. It's therapy for the soul, but you also want to feed your mind as well. So all that being said, all the links are going to be in the description below. And I'm also going to be doing a video in the future about ways to get into reading. So if you're one of those people watching this video and that's one of the struggles that you're trying to overcome and you want to learn how to read better and you want to be more proficient at it, stay tuned. Further on into the channel, there is going to be an episode on that. Now, all that being said, folks, don't forget, after watching this video, or if you want to do it while you're watching the video, go into the comment section. If you haven't already, let me know, how'd you like the video? What'd you think? And also, what books do you enjoy? That way I can add them to the to-read list if I haven't read them already, and we can feature them on the channel, right? Anybody that leaves recommendations, I'll also be giving shout outs. And coming up pretty soon, there's also going to be a giveaway courtesy of one of the show's sponsors. So, all that being said, folks, until next time, don't forget, stay blessed, lose the stress, God bless. I'm Michael, and I'm out. Let's see, hopefully that came out good.